Hi guys, this is the N1 Platinum Show and I am your humble host, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the issue of how do we deal with shaddolls, how do you actually defeat them. Now in this video I actually discuss how you don't actually need sidecards to beat it if your deck is a 1.5 tier or higher. Okay, so basically I guess I'll just get right to it. Basically what I believe is what you need to do to actually make the deck become a tier 2 under its own weight, and this is going by the artifacts run version of it. Basically all you have to do is do not exceed or synchro summon until you have, it would be the third monster on your field, or your opponent basically just has a face-up falcon, or anything. Basically they don't have a card, they have a card that you know what it is. And basically all you have to do is get 3 or more of those monsters. Now say it's your turn. You start off. You want to summon a monster and you want your opponent to basically, they'll set their back row and they'll probably set a monster so the flip effect can go off. What you want to do is summon a second monster. Do not attack, because if you attack, that's only going to be feeding the archetype. If you attack, it's going to set up either a flip effect or a search engine kind of, search out Shaddolls fusion with Hedgehog or something. Okay, now what happens there is they're going to get their cards faster. They're going to go through their deck. They're going to be playing Sinister Shadow games, regardless if you attack, but it's only supercharging their effect when you attack them or destroy their monsters. That's one of the reasons why people don't run Dark Hole, but that's only half the problem. If you actually embrace the strategy, it will significantly slow down their field, and they'll be sitting there with a monster with only like 800 attack or 600 attack with Falcon. I mean, they might not even flip it up. And basically what this means is that you could have 3 or 4 monsters on your field. It's pretty funny, because if you run your deck like how you did back in 04, if you were around that long, where you'd just be summoning out monsters over and over because they weren't destroyed that quickly. Well, for shaddolls, if you don't have, if you don't let the secondary effect of Shaddolls fusion kick in to where they can play it and then send monsters from their deck, then they're significantly slower, because the moment you actually give them that opportunity, they are going to plus up to 3 or 4 on you. They're going to get monsters on the field, they're going to destroy your cards, they're going to get a construct out. It's just going to be pain and misery if you actually play into that. Now, if you don't give them that opportunity, they're going to be burning cards in their hand. They'll still be breaking even, but they're not going to be plussing off of you. Now, when you do this and you have 3 or 4 monsters, the goal is that with the 3rd or the 4th monster, when you bring out a synchro or an exceed, you bring them, you just bring them hell. You just pound down their throat. You just run over everything they have, and what the goal is to take them out in that one turn. Like you summon out your Draco Sack, you summon out your Goyo Guardian, you summon out your tellarknight Exceed. Basically, yeah, when you do that, they are paralyzed. And they'll probably lose that turn, because yes, they'll have their artifact sanctums, they'll have their artifact ignitions, but remember also another thing you want to do is that you do not set back row, because then they'll be just constricted to trying to destroy one of their own cards. But the only thing with that is that they'll destroy one of your monsters, but if you're running something like Trap Tricks, you can negate their effects, or if you play something like Time Space Trap Hole, it'll just completely get rid of like an Exceed monster to pull off of some artifact monsters, or Bottomless Trap Hole, like you'll still lose the monster, but they won't gain the effect. If you actually manage to do something like that, then that will help slow them down. Because shaddolls, they really, siding is kind of overkill if you understand how to take them out properly. When you embrace this strategy, they aren't actually able to come back at you full force. Like you'll wonder, I had 2 Draco Sacks and a Big Eye on my field, and how did I lose? It's because they were plussing 3 or 4 times using Shaddolls fusion over and over, because if you manage to take out a construct, they just get it back again. So it's just one of those issues. Once you do this, it becomes a tier 2 deck when you follow the strategy, because they are extremely slow, they're basically limping, and the only competitive part of it that's left is either in short bursts using Shaddolls fusion and taking cards out of their hand, or it's artifact cards desperately trying to take you out. When you eliminate the speed factor by not falling into the archetype's kind of lore, or just falling into it of just trying to pound it, and you negate the artifact's effects, the deck isn't a tier 1 deck anymore. Now, this might be a slightly different story when the new Shaddolls fusions come out, but that's for another video. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my channel if you found this video. Like my videos, favorite them, subscribe. And I hope to be doing more of these opinion pieces in the future, and see you guys next time. Oh yeah!